Hello and welcome to the EEPROM 9, where we're going to do the cheap tat challenge, the £5 tat challenge. Our tat is this USB cigarette lighter from Maplings that cost a whopping, when I grab the receipt, $2.99. Me and Aiden picked one up. We thought they were arc lighters and I want an arc lighter to tase my brother with. Yeah, we went up to the weekend, London for the weekend. It was brilliant. And unfortunately, because it's from Maplings, there's no Chinglish horribleness on the things, and it can go in the bin because he's coming around this weekend, so the bin's going to be emptied from the various items that my mother would not approve of being dumped in there. But yeah, it's got instructions, it's got blue charge LED, although I'm not entirely sure how it charges. You'll see why later when I show you the schematic that I reverse engineered on the device in about an hour or half an hour-ish. So the packaging can all go in the bin. And it's quite a neat little device. It looks a bit like a USB stick. You open it up, you got the heating coil right there. This switches it on. This is actually metal, same with this. And to charge it, you pull out the USB. However, when I put it on charge and went to work and came back, this thing was red hot. And the blue LED never lit from the beginning. So it was DOA, dead on arrival. And it turns out Aiden's was as well. So, let's crack the bastard open. But yeah, it was a nice little London trip. We went there. We stayed a single night in a travel lodge near where I work, which is good because I know all the good places to eat. Had a lovely romantic meal of a really nice burger place that's next to my office, so that's perfect. Oh, I almost stabbed myself. Yeah, these Swiss Army knives are really sharp, but they're really good. I've slashed myself open on this several times now. But yeah, also got it near where I work. So there's a military shop, which is good for me. So we're doing this a bit Big Clive style. The more you wouldn't believe how many times I've attempted this video. It's ridiculous. One time it stopped recording in the middle of it. I think I hit one of the keys on the keyboard when I was throwing shit at the keyboard. Come on, come out, you little shit. You can go in my screw pot because once this is done, you ain't going back together. And the lithium battery is also DOA. There's no power in it, so it's going to need a bit of manual charging. So there we go. Pop the board out. There we go. So I'm not going to be worrying about being too gentle. There's the mechanism that does the USB forward and back, as well as this nice little spring contacts and stuff, metal. That pushes down there to switch it on. This little copper contact here, and these two are for the power, positive and negative respectively. And there's a little heater coil with some sort of ceramic-y, probably not asbestos-y type thing. Although with the cheap level of tat, it could have asbestos in it for all we know. Shall we try licking it to test it and see if we get asbestos-itis or whatever it's called? Oh dear, the negative just fell off. Well, we might as well finish it off because we're going to remove this battery anyway and use it for probably something to do with our quadcopters. It uses a very nice 3.7 volt 140 milliamp hour lithium polymer battery. So good job this didn't set on fire when it was charging. That could have made a very bad day for when I came home. So I put that to one side because we can use it. And then we have the bare circuit board. Now, it's quite interesting because this is some sort of little... Oh, for fuck's sake, focus on this fucking camera. This little bastard here, 6-pin... Focus! Focus, you shit! Come on! Come on! Oh, this is ridiculous. Seriously? Is it that hard to focus on a fucking circuit board? Look! Look, you stupid retarded camera. There we go! Well done, you focused! So this is a little power MOSFET that actually switches the heating coil in circuit. We've got some LEDs which are to do with the control of this little chip, as well as some feedback for the processor, as well as the MOSFET actually. You know, the processor might not actually be what activates it. No, yeah, yeah, that's interesting. Little charging LED, which is pretty much just hooked up straight to the chip. Then this is the main control chip that probably really acts as a charge controller, to be honest. Nothing too fancy. A diode for reverse protection and stop the battery draining back out into the USB, and some sort of resistor which has the arse blown out of it. And the circuitry on this corner of the board is really difficult to identify where it goes, so I'm not 100% sure how it links up to the charging chip and that, but that's basically a charging chip. It doesn't do a whole lot else, and sense, so it can disable it in case, so it can disable it because there's actually 2 resistors in the circuit. But we'll get to the schematic now because we've shown the major parts that are of interest on the board. That can stay on the floor. So we will now rotate this round into a position the camera can see. There we go. Here's my schematic. Now I'm going to have to use the screen on the computer. So here's our charge chip, which is a mystery chip because the part's been lasered off. Here's our USB input, our battery, and here's the resistor that's had its arse blown out of it. Now, I'm not exactly 100% sure how it connects down here, but I think it's something like this. There's the diode protection. That pin's not in the C. Now, here's the interesting part on how it works. If you look, part of the heater coil is already directly connected to the heater. Then that goes through the power MOSFET, which is an 8205. We've got a 204 resistor and a 331. Now what this will be for is so the chip here, can pull the voltage down when the thing's still held, because it turns off after 8 seconds. So what this will do is it will introduce a current that will switch off the transistor, because this will basically be a base pin right here. Whereas normally it's put through there. You'll notice that there's a difference in the values, and I haven't actually worked out what the values are. Here's our charge LED, so it can just tell us if it's charging. And aside from that, it's very simple. It basically comprises of a MOSFET, which is switched mechanically, as well as can be switched by the actual main microcontroller, the 8-pin unknown job. To do it, it's a very, very simple design. It'll be very easy to design something like this myself, actually, especially using the parts from this, like this little baby up here. So yeah, apart from that, that's all. Not the best purchase ever, but that's why it's a £5 tat, a piece of tat, and a piece of tat that's not going back together since we successfully recorded it. And yeah, mine and Aiden's trip to see, and then on the Sunday we saw The Kingsman. Golden Circle, absolutely bloody excellent film, highly recommended. But yeah, thanks for watching, hope you enjoyed, and all the best to you all. It's been